So who do I obviously we saw the co-main event with Stephen Thompson and Gilbert Burns. Where do both fighters go now? In my opinion, Gilbert Burns, I don't think he should fight for the title next, because he's already fought for the title already, and I feel like Usman beat him quite decisively. So I think his next fight should be with Leon Edwards. I think a fight between Gilbert Burns and Leon Edwards would be awesome. That would be a great fight. Also, a fight between Colby and Gilbert Burns will be an exciting fight. Even though he's lost in the title shot against Usman, this is a fight that has a lot of mileage left in him, and he's got a lot of options as well in terms of what he wants to do in his career. There's a lot of exciting fights he can potentially have. He actually surprised me a lot in his fight against Stephen Thompson. I didn't expect him to win. I expected Stephen Thompson to just outslick him and outpoint him, but obviously there's a reason why Gilbert Burns has got the career that he's got. His Brazilian jiu-jitsu is excellent, and he's very strong, and he knows how to close the distance. I'm not saying he's the best submission artist in the UFC, but I think he's probably in the top 10. If you look at his credentials, like all of the Brazilian jiu-jitsu competition he's won, and he still competes in it till this day. So in my opinion, he's an incredible fighter, and there are exciting fights ahead of him. I think he's got the potential to beat everyone in his weight class apart from Usman. So yeah, I think he can beat a Colby. Like, I'm not saying Colby, he'll definitely beat a Colby, but I think he's got the potential to do so. I think Colby can beat him as well. That's a true toss-up fight. I think he can beat a Leon Edwards. I'm not saying Leon Edwards can't beat him, but I think he can beat a Leon Edwards. That's what I'm trying to say. It's another toss-up fight. There's a Nate Diaz fight. I think he beats Nate Diaz quite decisively. So yeah, that's my opinion. I think Gilbert Burns has a lot of options. Leon Edwards, Colby Covington. I don't think he's ready for the title yet, because he's already fought for the title he's fought for the title already. So I think a bit of time needs to pass before that happens. In terms of Stephen Thompson, Stephen Thompson still has a few good fights in there. Like he didn't embarrass himself against Gilbert Burns, but I just think he's coming towards the end of his career. He's got a style that depends on reflexes and quick movement, and this is a guy that's reached. I think he might have reached his ceiling. He's almost 40 years old, so there's still a good amount of fights out there. But do I think he should fight for the title? Not based on what he showed against Gilbert Burns, and on top of that, I just think his career is winding down now. This is a guy that's been in there with loads of good fighters. I mean, he's been in there with Darren Till. He's been in there with Tyron Woodley. He's been in there with several good fighters, and he has shown his mettle, and he is an elite fighter. But I just don't know if he's good enough to win the title. And that doesn't mean like you shouldn't compete if you're not the best, like good enough to win the title. But I just think there's a few good fights out there for him, and maybe a Colby fight, maybe a fight against Leon Edwards, just like Gilbert Burns, just like I suggested for Gilbert Burns a moment ago. But I feel like he's got a lot less options than Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns is probably almost a decade younger, and on top of that, like I just feel like he's winding down now. His career is not where it's supposed to be. Like he is a great fighter, and he has proven himself a lot, but I just don't think he's in the top 5 elite in terms of that particular welterweight class. He's just not there. Maybe a fight against maybe a rematch against who is it? Jorge Masvidal. That might be an interesting fight. I don't know if Masvidal will take that, because if it looked like Stephen Thompson had his number when they fought before. But yeah, I think he's got a few options. Maybe he can fight a Vicente Luque. That could be a good fight. A fight that's coming up. Even though Gilbert Burns could fight him as well. So yeah, that's my opinion. What do you think should happen next? Do you think Gilbert Burns should fight Leon Edwards? How do you think he'll do against him? Do you think he should fight Colby? Where do you think Stephen Thompson goes from here? What do you think he should do? Do you think he should fight like a Vicente Luque? Do you think he should fight Leon Edwards, Colby Covington? Maybe you want to see a rematch with Jorge Masvidal? You tell me what you think below, and like and subscribe. I've got a lot more content coming your way. Peace out.